Assalamu alaikum everyone, this is Nisreen, lactation specialist and childbirth educator and a certified trainer. The second part of the video for Ramadan and breastfeeding will be talking about how to maintain your milk supply and to make sure that you are able to continue fasting while breastfeeding. But again, as we said in the first video, please follow back to the first video, is how to decide if you're able to continue or plan a breastfeeding during Ramadan by watching the factors which is related to me as a mother and related to the baby as a baby. So keep an eye on the factors, the social or environmental or let us say the medical factors that makes me to decide if I'm able to continue fasting during Ramadan. Now, if you're a mother who are fasting during Ramadan, inshallah, that will be a good thing for you, and it's a good thing for mothers to support other mothers. But as I said in the first video, it's not a must that you are able to do it, then others should have to do it. It's just a matter of encouraging, and she will decide upon her own factors, social or environmental, or even the medical background or history of her own. And as we decided and we spoke about the factors, for the mothers who are able to breastfeed and fast, these are the tips that you have to keep in mind. Now, if you're fasting during Ramadan and you're breastfeeding, please, you have to make sure that you prioritize your activities during the day, because we don't want you to do lots of things during the day and you get very tired and tense, plus you're breastfeeding. So if you're able to have a special agenda or a special plan for your daily work, and timing for cookings and timing for ibadah or Quran or prayers, and of course there's time for the baby itself. So make yourself in a good priority plan so you don't exhaust yourself. Now, especially for mothers who have other siblings or kids, and mothers who have kids at school, there's another tension during that day, and she will have to follow kids for school and lots of things. So make sure to avoid the stress factors and the physical factors that also could really affect your daily status during Ramadan and fasting for a breastfeeding mother. So in case if you're having a plan of fasting, either you can get a help from the elder kids, or you can, as I said, divide your tasks in a day. Now, another thing is just, there's another idea we advise mothers to do, is just either to pump your own milk. You can use a breast pump, or you can express your own milk by your hands and store them for the next day for the daily time. So the baby will be taking this milk, and then you don't feel like you demand a lots of time that the baby spend on your breast. But at the same time, you have to pump at least twice or three times for the full day. So count the total hours till the iftar time and do the pumping, because you want to maintain the stimulation of your milk production. But it's less, let us say, it's less pressure on you than you having a direct baby feeding more often in a day, and you'll be free of that. So you can express your own milk, give it to the baby during the day, and you can also make sure to maintain the supply by pumping and expressing twice at least in a day, or three times according to the total daily fasting. And you can make up all this breastfeeding after iftar, because you're doing a demand feeding for the baby, so lots of demand and also lots of feeding, so there your brain will continue sending signals to produce more hormones to do the milk supply. So it's very important. Now, for the mother, since we still have at least 2-3 weeks before Ramadan, please, if you're watching my video very early, plan to do the storage of milk before even Ramadan to keep some time for you. But it's just to store some amount, so you are able to give it to the baby when you are busy planning or resting, or even busy with other things during Ramadan. But again, please don't forget to express your milk at least once or twice to maintain the supply. Another factor after fasting and during the iftar is to make sure that you have the variety of food intake with a good quality and a good iftar by choosing the amount of food which is containing proteins and, let us say, carbohydrates, fibers, and all the vegetables and fruits during the iftar. But it's very advisable to break the iftar to small amounts of food after you break your iftar, so you don't feel you're so much overfed and you feel like you're so tired and sleepy after iftar. So you can start with the normal date and yogurt, or let us say soup, or what type of juice, according to each culture how they start their breaking iftar. Some they do the laban, or let us say the yogurt liquid one with the dates, or some they do some special juice, and then you can do the soup and then the salad, and they can go for the main course, but in a small portions. Then after the Al-Isha prayer or Taraweeh, if you're planning to do the Taraweeh at home or outside home in the mosque, then you can do the second course of your meal, so you feel yourself you digested the first portion and then you're able to do the second. So that could be also another way that you're breaking your food intake, so you don't feel you're much taking a lot and you're not increasing in weight, and then also you'll be so active after that, so you don't feel you're so lazy with too much fooding. It's very important to avoid taking caffeine in like coffee and tea, and also to avoid any sweet or heavy sweets and lots of sweets after iftar, because this will also cause thirsty and also a problem for you after next day. And for the caffeine intake, it allows your body to lose water more than you need, so you will feel thirsty on the next day. So it's a diuretic factor for the caffeine intake. Diuretic factors means that you're going to lose lots of urine and water outside of the body, and then rather than storing this water in your body, to use it to maintain your fasting on next day. So avoid this and try to drink lots of fluids or water. Now water is very important, again, to drink it from the time you do the iftar to the time of suhoor, at least 12 glasses. But again, you don't have to have all this amount soon after iftar. You break them until the suhoor, and also take some juices, or let us say soup on between, or what types of fluid, healthy fluid, that to maintain your hydration status. Another important also suggestion, it could be you can, rather than drinking teas and coffees, you can do some of the herbal teas that supports your milk supply, which is like fenugreek or fennel, or any types of herbal teas which is safe during breastfeeding. In your country or your culture, you are used to it, so drink this in between the time of iftar till the suhoor time. So again, as we said, eat healthy, slow down your activity in a day, and drink plenty of fluid during the iftar time and suhoor. The last important thing, which is very important also to remind on, is making the suhoor as late as possible, but at least 1 or 2 hours before that you can have, let us say, some of herbal teas, some of sweet some of the vegetables or fruit salad, and then you can plan the suhoor, which is again full of proteins. Better to have a variety of food intake, but avoid the cheese or the salty food or the sweetie food that causes you thirst on the second day. You can also end your suhoor with date and yogurt, or date or laban. This is very recommended actually, and will maintain your thirst and maintain your fluid intake during the day, because lots of potassiums and minerals in this that retains the fluid in your body to keep you safe during the day. Or you can also take a banana, full piece or a small piece according to the size of the banana, okay, and take it by the end of the suhoor. I used to do this the days actually when I didn't take banana or date and yogurt. I used to feel really thirsty, but the days that I was maintaining this, I could feel really stronger by the end of the day. You can feel exhausted but not really that thirst, okay? So it's very important to give these tips, and anything you feel which is really healthy to take, use it in suhoor, but avoid, as I said, the salty food or the caffeines and the sweets. So once again, if you're planning to do the fasting, it's very important to watch the signs for yourself. We said this in the first video. If you felt yourself very weak, giddy, fainting attack, urine changing color and amount, and you felt so stressful with headache, and you're so angry and tough with the baby. So please watch these signs and break the fast and do it again. Rest and do the second day. Now, in case for the baby's also signs, as we said in the other video, watch the baby's urine output, the stool output, baby's behavior, weight, and any changes that affects the baby's behavior. So any chance that you get these things and the baby lost a severe weight, please call and contact the doctor as soon as possible, and keep in touch with your lactation specialist or lactation advisor or a childbirth educator or peak counselor to help you decide and give the alternatives and suggestions. Now, if you feel like you would like to share these videos with your friends, Muslim ladies, the first part and the second part, please don't stop sharing it, and try to subscribe and share it as much as you can with the Muslim ladies if you feel this is really a good resource for you. And also you can follow me on my social account links, which I will put it on the bio after the YouTube links. And stay safe, inshallah, and Ramadan Kareem for everyone, and keep us in your prayers. And if you plan for fasting, inshallah you will be able to get the best time and plan for fasting. Barakallahu feekum. Have a nice day.